We have a bunch of new releases coming out on the box office here, including the number one movie is still Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. That movie has not been dethroned yet. It probably will be dethroned in a couple weeks. It can't stay number one forever. But Black Panther is not going to hit $1 billion. Okay, it may hit around $800 million at the very end. It got the Thanksgiving boost, and then it just sank like a sip. It sank so fast, like it sank, as well. 17 million is not a good number. 17 million. It dropped 61% from Thanksgiving. That is actually a pretty okay number considering it had a huge Thanksgiving. But Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, this movie has reached $733 million, which means it is drying up internationally as well. So you have the weekend box office performance. It dropped to 45 million and it dropped to 17 million again. And then it's at $393 million worldwide. So this movie's at 393 million worldwide at the box office. And it will pass $400 million, that's guaranteed, but it will not pass $500 million like Odin was saying. Odin was saying, oh, it's going to pass $500 million. Okay, and it dropped 61%. It dropped 61% as well. So this movie is it still has made a lot of money. Okay. It has made like $143 million. So this movie is definitely not in the red, unlike Black Adam, even though the movie has made $12 million more internationally as well. But I don't think the international box office is going to save Black Adam from losing money. Next is Violent Night, which is a movie about Santa Claus. This movie needs to make around $45 million to break even since the budget is $20 million. I think it might very easily make it because of course Christmas is coming up. Santa is a very popular figure in Christmas. So I think this movie will probably rig it out and hit $45 million worldwide. So yeah, I think this movie will probably end up around $30 million domestically and around $20 million internationally, which means this movie will be one of the few profitable movies of the year. So yeah. And this is definitely a movie for more older audiences, obviously. And of course, the Star Power franchise, which of course is the biggest Achilles heel for this movie, and also being rated R as well. But I think we will have to see how well it does on the second week. I think it will pass 20 million domestically, and it may pass 15 million. It may lose money still, but it may pass 20 million. It's going to pass 20 million domestically at the second weekend. It may make around $30 million domestically and 20 million internationally, is what I think at the end of its sales. So Strange World dropped 60%. It's like this movie is just leaving so fast. Like nobody cares about this movie. Okay, it's garbage. It's trash. People say it's trash. It's garbage online, and the ratings for this movie are not too great as well. Considering it opened so lowly, it's actually doing good in the ratings department. But the movie has done so badly that it doesn't even matter at this point how well the movie does ratings wise. If it has riot type ratings and gains a cult following throughout its theoretical run, I don't think this movie is gonna make enough money to make money. Obviously, this movie will probably end up around $40 million domestically, which is abysmal for Disney, and for $40 million international, which means it'll make $80 million worldwide. I'll probably make around $100 million worldwide. I think that's what the amount it will. But that's still a major box office failure, just like Buzz Lightyear was. So that is about Strange World. Well, next is The Menu, another movie that isn't really making too much money. It has lost $23 million for the studio, but again, the sales for this movie are drying up as well. It might get some. It'll do like $1 million next week, and it'll get 3 to 4 million from the holidays, around 3 million from the holidays. This movie could still make money, obviously. Have to do way better internationally to do any sort of money. So next is Devotion. This movie is a box office failure. Moving on. This movie has lost like $200 million for Sony. Which again was supposed to be the money that Alita was supposed to lose. Alita was supposed to lose $200 million. Remember that? It was supposed to be a $200 million flop. But then Buzz Lightyear lost $200 million. Strange World lost $200 million. And Devotion is going to lose $200 million as well. So yeah, next is Black Adam. This movie is starting to do better internationally. So yeah, we'll wait to see how well it also has to release in Japan. Well, The Rock, I think it's because it released in Japan this week. So yeah, it has done okay internationally. Again, The Rock is still a big pull internationally, but I don't think it is doing as well as Warner Bros. Thought it would do. It's doing slightly better than it did domestically as well. So I think he'll end up around $400 million when the Japan sales are all through, all the domestic sales are done all through, and all the international sales are done through. So this movie will lose $100 million. Looks like Fantastic Beasts and the Eternals. So yeah, Black Adam is done as well. The Fablemans, did not track this movie. This movie has made 5.5 million. I don't think anyone really cares about this movie all too much. Except for bones and all. I don't think anyone cares about this movie either. This is another movie that I think will probably get attention, of course, at the awards. Yeah, oh, it is 0 out of 10 movie. It's filmed in Ohio. Yep, filmed in Ohio. 0 out of 10 movie already. It's the one where the movie has cannibalism in it. It's fucking Ohio movies. Okay, this is what Ohio is making. Ohio is just scaring us with these bad movies. Obviously, the Avengers is an Ohio movie too. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That means Ohio took the Avengers. Bones and All is an Ohio film. No, not the Ohio films. Ohio film companies. And also Ticket to Paradise. That doesn't really need an update. But Top Gun. They re-released Top Gun into the theaters. I don't know why they did. I don't think anybody knew they re-released Top Gun into the theaters. But they did re-release Top Gun into the theaters as well. It's when the movie was so well, they stopped tracking Top Gun's sales. They stopped tracking it on the site as well. Which means Top Gun was probably still in theaters even before then. But this movie is just a massive beast of a movie. Again, this movie is gonna probably remain the highest grossing movie of the year. Yeah, Avatar 2 is not gonna pass Top Gun. It's not gonna pass Top Gun. Avatar 2 needs to make $1 billion just to break even, which is pretty hilarious. So the movie ends up like $800 million worldwide. That means the movie will lose $200 million, which is the money that Alita was supposed to lose. Remember that. Alita was supposed to lose $200 million, but then you have Lightyear losing $200 million. You'll have Strange World losing $200 million. And you'll have, of course, Avatar 2 losing $200 billion. But again, we will have to wait to see if people will turn out to see Avatar The Way of the Water. We'll wait to see how people will watch it as well. So yeah, it is about Top Gun Maverick. And of course the box office as well. So another pretty slow week. But it is pretty funny to see Strange World still flopping. So yeah, goodbye.